Hello everyone and welcome back to the Belgian Beer Brothers channel. Cedric here in Antwerp, and today we are gonna taste number 11 in the Brussels Beer Project Advent Calendar. As we rounded up yesterday, we've had 10 beers, of which 8 were dry hopped and 7 were IPAs, so fingers crossed, let's hope for something different today. Of course, I do know that Brussels Beer Project mainly makes IPAs, or at least a lot of them, but nonetheless. Now I see a black can or a black top, so I can have a guess that this is a Dark Sister. Yes, it is indeed a Dark Sister, which also means another IPA. Dark Sister by Brussels Beer Project. Alcohol 6.66 ABV and a Belgian black IPA. At first, when I saw this can and this label, I thought, oh, this might be a stout, but alas, or well, not alas, it is in fact a black IPA. Dark Sister, the ruthless Dark Sister. When everyone thinks she's dead, she comes back to haunt us, a fan favorite since we started, and Delta's evil twin. She's an obscure temptress, long-lived Dark Sister, back again from beyond the grave. Indeed, they took it out of production for a while, but it was developed not long after the Delta, so somewhere around 2014, and it was in fact a fan favorite, so I believe that now it is one of the All-Stars. I'm not sure of that, but yeah, it is the Delta's evil twin sister. I do believe that this was in last year's Advent Calendar as well. I'm guessing that this is only the second one that is recurring, so good job, Brussels Beer Project, on not giving us the same thing as last year. Grains: Pilsner malt, aroma malt, special B, malted wheat, and M Roost 900. Creamy head with malty and dried berry aromas. I think I remember not really getting the berry aromas, but nonetheless, the M Roost 900 makes it nice and dark. Hops: Challenger, Hallertau, Mittelfrüh, Citra, Mosaic, and Cascade. I think this is the entire Duvel hop catalog, except for the Challenger. I like Hallertau. Hallertau is quite bitter. This is very South German or East German. Citra, very citrusy. Cascade as well, quite exotic, quite citrusy. Mosaic, rather neutral, or a bit tropical as well, a bit fruity. So citrus and exotic with hints of spice. Sounds great. And yeast USO5, as you guys know by now, I'm not a yeast expert, so crisp and dry. I do like dry. And not much more. Alright, let's jump right into the tasting. Let's see how this goes. Please don't be a gusher like the last two cans. Okay, way better. Yeah, a lot of those roasted malts. A bit of spice as well. Maybe a bit of clove even. Let's take this one for this nice dark beer. It is indeed a Black Sister, but it's not as dark as the can leads us on to believe. It's more like the Coca-Cola problem. It is deep red, dark brown. It does have some nice brownish beige foam with medium to tiny bubbles. Very nice aroma. Smells very boozy, but that's because the carbonation, the carbon dioxide and the roasted malts actually work hand in hand. They work together and they boost each other. So with that, they also boost the alcohol, the ethanol, the volatile component, and that's why the aroma is so rich. It is rather fruity, a bit exotic. Again, some stone fruit, maybe some star fruit even. I get a hint of coffee in there. And a tiny bit of chocolate, so it does have some stout characteristics, even though it's not a stout. Now we can of course argue about this. Is this a dry hopped stout? Is this a black IPA? Is this whatchamacallit? Frankly, I don't really care. As long as it's a good beer. I don't care about the name. So let's dive in and have a taste. Yeah, still very nice. I haven't had this one since last year as well, just like the Pico Nova, but seems to have only gotten better. Very refreshing. I love the fact that it's quite boozy in taste, but it is low on alcohol, 6.5% more or less. It is, I'm not gonna say thirst quenching because one won't be enough, but you do get these bitters in the back of your throat and the back of the tongue. Yeah, the hoppy aromas really do come out, but you'll have to let it settle for a while, and don't drink this too cold. So let those aromas open up. And you do get a very refreshing beer as well. So it's a nice combination of the roasted malts and the aromatic hops. Even a bit of bitter hop, and I think the choice for a very dry yeast here, and I don't mean the package, but I do mean its effect. So a yeast that really ferments through with not much rest sugars and very dry taste, a very dry aftertaste, is a very good choice for this beer. So we do have the fruity exotic part from the hops. We do have the dry aftertaste from the yeast in combination with the bitterness of the roasted malts. I can't imagine how fun this was to experiment with. Okay, anywho, I'm gonna leave it at that. So I'll enjoy this a bit further while I'm working, and yeah, I'll say goodbye to you guys. So all that's left for me to do is give this thing a score, and I think that I am leaning towards, let's say, a 7.5, maybe a tiny bit more. So like 3.5 in Untapped, maybe 3.75. I'll make my mind up when the glass is empty. Anywho, a good beer. So as usual, if you guys like this video, hit that thumbs up. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and you will get a notification when I upload the next video, which will be tomorrow at noon. Cheers, you guys.